Another episode of the bonus pod.
Welcome to Overpromised, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm Covino. That is Rich.
What's up, buddies? How you feeling?
Que tal, vatos locos?
I can't believe 5 weeks of the NFL already in the books.
Already, and Rich is winning us money. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Code Overpromised. So, these are the ideas, the things that we never had time for, and you reap all the benefits. And today, action-packed, we're going to talk Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
And we have a very special guest.
Can't wait.
You have to stick
It's gonna be
around.
fun. But I know you wanted to talk about Tyreek Hill right out the gate.
Tyreek Hill leads the NFL, 651 receiving yards, 5 tutties.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
I wrote down 5 TDs.
Yeah.
But for a minute, looks like I wrote STDs. And I'm like, Tyreek Hill STDs?
Let's not spread any rumors.
No,
I don't know.
5 TDs. I was like, STDs?
I think
what
those
story
are
is this?
your notes from the early 2000s.
Oh, sorry,
I don't
okay,
know.
Hold on. 5 TDs.
Well,
Okay, perfect.
he may be leading the league in fines, too, by the end of the season, right? Because if you remember in week 3 when he played the Broncos, he was fined $7,000 for wearing no socks. Now, the backstory is he was getting hooked up on IV or something like that, running out of time, didn't want to be late, so he ran out there with no socks.
It wasn't a style choice?
No, ran out there with no socks, and the NFL fined him $7,000, right? Fast forward week 5, he posts team no socks again against the Giants, and now people are thinking maybe he's going to get fined again.
Slows him down. Fastest guy in the league. Who needs socks?
And you know what?
He doesn't have time.
Speaking of leading the league, I was watching Red Zone. They were talking about how Achane is the fastest guy on the team, and he was clocked at 21 miles per hour or something like that. Minutes later, Tyreek Hill clocked at 22 miles per hour. Maybe that's the secret.
After he took his socks off.
Yeah, so will he be fined again? We don't know, but it got me thinking. Look, that's a style preference. I don't know what he's going for there, but it got me thinking about some of my buddies. When they're rocking suits, I'm seeing more than ever.
Oh, boy.
Dudes wearing suits with no socks.
Well,
So I'm wondering.
I'm so torn on this, right?
Yeah.
Because I think it's like an age thing.
Yeah.
Because you watch like a Love is Blind reunion or The Bachelor or any of these shows, Bachelorette, they're all wearing the no socks, skinnier suit. And I'm sure that'll change pretty soon. But
Well, which is interesting because people are saying that the skinny jean look is out and baggier jeans are in. But suits fit different, and you see dudes with their suits riding up. And to be honest, the old school side of me thinks it's a lame look. But at the same time, you don't want to dress like an old guy either. You got to find the compromise. So I bring it here on Overpromised. Now, those are my buddies at a wedding. And I'm like, that's probably why I wasn't invited, because I'm not team no sock.
those are your 40-year-old buddies that should be wearing socks.
That's what I think, right?
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm showing my age, but I just feel like the same way you're not trying to chase styles. You know that famous meme or picture of Steve Buscemi where he has like a skateboard and a backwards hat and he's trying to look like a young guy?
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy. So to me, there's ways to look classy and look good, age appropriate. I think if you're 40-ish and you're rocking, like showing a lot of ankle, I don't know, you're not a 25-year-old contestant on The Bachelorette.
Isn't the proper term mankle? Isn't it man ankle, mankle?
Don't show ankle.
Spot, our producer of Overpromised, he's the Sass Master General. Spot, I feel
Oh, is
like
that your title? Sass Master General?
I'll accept it.
Sass Master General. You know, you're in your Kelsey era right now.
Yes, I am.
You're going to a wedding. You're getting dressed up. Do you rock mankle suit with sock or no sock?
I feel like there's something I need to cover up the ankle. I feel, who was it recently that said if they see an ankle, they will not go out with you?
Emily Ratajkowski.
Emily Ratajkowski, that's
But
right.
she seems like a pain in the ass.
Well, she lives by the Vato mantra of higher the sock, downer the fool. I mean, that's something we've been saying in the barrio for years, let's say, you know, and I'm a down fool, so I got my socks pulled real high. That's why I'm allergic to this new look, and I don't know what to do. And when I see Tyreek Hill, I'm like, all right, I get it. It makes you faster, maybe. I don't know. But what would you do? How do you roll? I'm anti-team no sock. I'm pull the socks up nice and high.
But you're also the guy that wears socks with sneakers. And I think you got to get the no-shows. If you're wearing a pair of low tops, I think
you're not a down fool. You're just a fool.
By the way, why are you not hanging that in your house somewhere?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I brought it in just for today.
The higher
What are you
the
talking
sock,
about? I took
downer
this.
the fool.
I brought this from my bedroom. What do you mean?
As long as in your
That shit's
bathroom.
funny.
Actually, someone sent that and I appreciate it. But based on the Tyreek Hill fines and the new trend and his FU to the NFL with the no socks, it posed that question. So think about
that. Yeah, think about that. Should you be rocking socks or no socks? But then there's people with like sock game that have different type of styles and colors and stripes. There's people that
I thought that
take
was
pride.
over with. Yeah, I don't like goofy socks. I'm just not a goofy sock kind of guy. Maybe if you're rocking a short suit like LeBron, yeah, maybe that.
That's not a short suit. That's a regular man suit on LeBron James.
Hold on,
And
let's be real for a minute.
Pants.
Not everybody could pull this stuff, this look off. Like you're LeBron, no one's going to tell LeBron he can't rock that. But if you have a friend dressing like that, I think it's in your duty as a friend, as a real friend, to be like, hey, bro, that look, I mean, unless you're an AC/DC or LeBron James, you shouldn't be dressed like a little schoolboy. So just letting it be known.
Those probably are size 32 on LeBron.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
They just go pick up those. He just picked up someone else's suit.
Right. Okay. So you think about it. Let us know at Covino and Rich. Hashtag Overpromised.
All right, but right now, it is time for your picks of the week,
All
courtesy
right.
of our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook. I have, as usual, a teaser bet and a parlay. No fail, baby. This week, we're going to win. I promise you. Well, I don't promise you. I overpromise you. So let's start with our teaser bet. I will stick with the 49ers until they prove otherwise. I'm a Niners fan, so I try not to be a homer about this. I try not to bet on my team.
Yeah, but they're solid.
I don't want to be that dick that's like, yeah, my team's unbeatable. Because everyone loses at one point, right? There's only been one undefeated team. The Patriots tried, lost in the Super Bowl. So you're going to have a trap game here or there.
Yeah, but not yet. Like Kittle said, they're having fun.
Yeah,
everything's working. They're looking solid. I don't think you're a homer.
The point spread has moved significantly on this game. It feels and appears like your quintessential, yes, I used the big word, trap game. The Niners have to go to Cleveland. It was 5. Then it was 5.5, 6. 6.5. I wouldn't be surprised if this point spread in this line moves to 7, 7.5, because you and I talked about this yesterday off the air. I was like, Covino, don't even look at the spread. What do you think the 49ers Browns game looks like? And you're like, I don't know, double digits?
Yeah.
Trap game on the road. They've just looked too sharp. There's got to be give somewhere. But until they prove me wrong, I love the Niners. So they're minus 6.5. They're on the road. I'm not worried about it yet. The Eagles, they're on the road. They're playing the Jets. Now, there are times I bet on a game where I want the other outcome, but I don't think it'll happen. Like, I would love the Jets to beat the Eagles. And if I lose my money, I'll look at it like I bought a Jets win. So I like the Eagles. They're minus 7. I like the Eagles minus 1. Essentially, you just need Jalen Hurts to go to the MetLife, JetLife Stadium, beat the Jets. So Eagles minus 1. Niners minus 0.5, a pick 'em. So you really just need your 2 undefeated power teams to keep rolling.
Is that sort of your method right now? Stick with the power teams?
Until they prove otherwise. Like, I know the Eagles and Niners are not going to go 17-0.
I think it's a good tactic.
I mean, they play each other in December, so someone will lose. But as of right now, I don't see them tripping up yet. So 2 5-0 teams really just need to win. Team them up. They'll keep rolling. Now, I have a 3-game parlay, all money line. I've been wrong with the money line parlays because some of these like 4-point, 3.5, 2.5. I'm like, who gives a shit? Let's just do the money line. The Ravens are going to Tennessee. If you've noticed, I'm picking a lot of road teams, which is dangerous. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't care. Ravens are at Tennessee. I just think the Ravens are going to rebound from that Pittsburgh game. The Ravens are 3-2. They looked a little sloppy lately, but I like the Ravens to rebound in Tennessee. It's a tough division.
They just can't close, bro. They can't close. A tough one.
That was my one criticism of Lamar Jackson. That game against the Colts hurt my heart. Because
I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying he has it.
Hurt my feelings. Now, I like the Ravens money line at Tennessee. Another road team. I like the Vikings at the Bears. The Bears had a great game. That anomaly of a game.
Again, that was the time. Dick Butkus game in honor of. So extra motivation. I believe they played for him.
So I'm all about the Vikings money line at the Bears. So I like the Vikings just beating the Bears. I like the Ravens just beating Tennessee. And I'll throw my dude Joe Burrow in the 3rd spot. They're home against Seattle. And as a Niners fan, I think Geno Smith, that's a good man, good quarterback. But if the Bengals are the real deal and they want to, make a real playoff run again, it's a game you need to win at home against Seattle. I'm not sold on Seattle.
It's a risky one, man.
I think Seattle's like an 8-9, 9-8 at tops team. So,
all right, Rich has been solid if you're just joining us, but this is a risky one.
Ravens, Bengals, Vikings, money line, lock it. Your teaser bet, Niners, Eagles, essentially just winning. 2 undefeated teams just need to win. And again, that, my friends, your money line and your teaser, courtesy of DraftKings, the NFL season going strong. DraftKings Sportsbook, hooking up new customers with an offer that's even stronger. I want you to bet $5 on any game this week, and you're going to get that $200 instantly in bonus bets.
And DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweeter offer every game day this October.
Problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, licensee partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, and Louisiana. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.
Again, use our code Overpromised at DraftKings Sportsbook. Again, Overpromised. You're going to get that bonus $200 on the $5 bet. So again, Overpromised, DraftKings Sportsbook, Covino Rich. And now it's time to welcome a special guest to the show.
Let's welcome a very special guest, our pal from the NFL Network, Taylor Bisciotti.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi, guys. How are you?
The second most popular Taylor in the world today.
Oh my gosh, I know. I just can't keep up.
No, should I pause?
I'm so glad that another Taylor has joined the NFL world, though, so I'm embracing it.
Yes, you should. Well, thank you for making time and hanging out with us. We know you know a lot about football. We watch you every day. Actually, in our Fox Sports Radio studio, you're always on. We're like, hey, Taylor.
Oh,
yeah, every day.
I'm so glad to join you guys today.
I never know if it's weird because we're always seeing our friends on the NFL Network, FS1, ESPN. A lot of times I'll just take a screenshot and send it to me like, hey. And I'm like, is that weird or awesome?
It's only bad when you're like mid-face and you're like looking like struggling, you know? You're like, why did this person just send me this? Did I really look like that?
Live photo. You need to do the live photo. So, Taylor, I want to start. We're going to play a little game of this or that with you, but I'm a Niners fan. I got to ask you about Brock Purdy. We are always watching you on the NFL Network. Is he getting the credit finally? Is he still, quote, underrated? Or are we giving Brock the proper props?
I am giving him all the credit in the world. He totally deserves it. He's the first quarterback or sixth quarterback ever to start his career 10-0. I get that the 49ers have a fantastic offensive line, a great offense, tons of weapons around him, great defense, but Brock Purdy is going out there and delivering each and every week. We saw Kyle Shanahan and what he tried to do with Trey Lance, albeit short-lived. Even Jimmy Garoppolo, and they were not making the plays that Brock Purdy is consistently making. Shanahan, obviously one of the best coaches, play callers, offensive schemers, but ultimately Brock Purdy is the one that's actually going out there and delivering. He's been fantastic, starting his career at 10-0, the first quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger to do that. He deserves all the praise in the world. I do think he is a little underrated.
Hey, he's super underrated. You know what? I think Niners fans got a little glimpse when they watched Monday night, Packers-Raiders. Because you watch Jimmy Garoppolo and you see like the things where you're like, oh, I remember Garoppolo would take unnecessary sacks. He'd get a little flustered in the pocket. He's good for one ill-advised passing, a half. So
pretty solid. He doesn't make those mistakes.
Yeah. How do you feel, Taylor, about Brock having a roommate and driving a Toyota? Do you like the humble side of Brock Purdy?
I love it. I think it's great. I mean, no diva element to him yet. Who knows? Maybe he'll be like the first quarterback since Tom Brady to actually not require a team to break the bank. I don't know.
Well,
could happen.
That being said, he's just over $800,000 a year.
And it's such a bargain and such an advantage for the 49ers.
Like Rich said, still has a roommate. So he's splitting rent, drives a Toyota Sequoia. It is too early to say, but if he continues on this path, in reality, is he the most valuable player when you factor in what he's doing, how he's playing,
and what they have to pay him,
and what they're paying him?
Yeah. I mean, that's why most teams that have those established quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Burrow, they just can't have as many weapons around the quarterback that they would obviously want to. But with Brock Purdy, he's so inexpensive right now until his deal comes up that, yeah, the 49ers are in the best position possible. A crazy stat about them is that they have only trailed for 1 minute and 45 seconds of game time all season. So, yeah, I am really jealous of your team, Rich. You probably have the easiest Sundays and Mondays and whatever day of the week they play because they are just completely dominating every team that they play.
I just don't want to get too Taylor. I just don't want to get too excited because I'm in my early 40s. I was a teenager when they won with Steve Young. So everyone likes to say, "Oh, the Niners, they have dynasty legacy." It's been like almost 30 years.
Yes, but they were okay. First of all, they were just in the Super Bowl, so no complaining too much.
But you know what's sad?
And then last year, they
sad?
were a quarterback away from making it to the Super Bowl.
But those moments are even more sad, Taylor. Being at the Super Bowl, walking out with sadness and tears in my eyes. The Ravens Super Bowl, the Chiefs Super Bowl. I cried both of those days.
I mean, you cry watching The Golden Bachelor, too.
That is true.
Yeah.
I do cry at that as well.
And this is us. You know, you cry a lot. Watching commercials, pharmaceutical ads, you cry all the time.
One last thought about Brock, and then we'll play this or that with Taylor. After taxes, after agent fees and all the stuff he does, it's less than $500,000. He had a UCL tear last year. He's making the right move because a lot of guys get that little bit of money and they go nuts.
Yeah.
He's playing it smart because when you really think about it, an NFL player's career span, nothing's guaranteed. So I like him playing it modest. I do. Smart moves.
Smart move.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's playing smart. Good for him.
All right, so Taylor, we're going to do a little round of this or that. And speaking of Brock Purdy, let's start right now with if you had a team and you got to pick Brock Purdy or Kirk Cousins in this moment, who are you going with?
Brock Purdy.
I like that.
And why is that? Why is it such a solid answer for you? No hesitation.
I mean, he started off his career 10-0. You're not seeing him make any mistakes when Kyle Shanahan gets up to the podium after the game. And the only critique is that Brock Purdy played a pretty flawless game, except he overthrew one of his passes. That's your only critique from Kyle Shanahan? Sign me up.
You know, I thought because we saw what a good dude Kirk Cousins was on Quarterback, the Netflix series, I thought for sure you're like, he's such a good guy. It's got to be so nice.
He's such a good guy.
He's such a nerd.
I do think that he should get out of Minnesota right now. It's a win-win situation for everybody. He can go to a team that's built around him to be successful and to win right now. And then the Vikings, they're already going to get rid of him anyway at the end of this year. Let them get some value for him.
Now, Taylor, I'm going to rewind it to our previous conversation. Socks or no socks? You're going to a wedding. Dude wears suit with socks or no socks. Which do you prefer? Which look do you prefer?
I'm not into the no socks look. I'm just so confused by it. One, it's not good looking. Two, I know it's not comfortable. So why are we doing this?
Yeah, call me old school. If someone's showing leg, I want it to be my date. You know what I mean? Like, as simple as that. I don't know. Hey, thank you.
Oddly enough, Taylor,
if Jimmy Garoppolo wants to go no socks, then maybe, I'd make an exception, but that's about it.
You have very hairless legs, by the way, Covino.
I do. They're kind of sexy. You know what?
Very oddly hairless.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from you right now, or I show.
Slightly jealous.
Fine. I mean, if you must.
I mean, look at those. What is going on?
Wow.
And I got the low boys on right now.
What? You're also very brave for showing your feet on.
Yes. I don't normally do that. Yes, I don't normally do that.
I know that Taylor's knows a ton about style and fashion and stuff. I always see you on Instagram liking your videos. You're wearing all the different teams, like warm-up gear and yoga pants and cool stuff. What colors do you...
I usually opt for comfort.
Yeah.
Rarely will I be outside of work. Actually, I'm in leggings right now underneath my top since I'm only.
Rich too.
That's weird. Funny.
Amazing.
All right, let's get to the next one. What do you think the most overused phrase or sentiment in the NFL has been over the last 6 months to a year? Is it got that dog in him, or we took that personally? Both overused quite a bit.
Both overused, probably got that dog in them, but I'm going to add another one to this list, and it's physicality. If I ever hear the word physicality again, it just makes me want to pluck my eyeballs out. They're like, the physicality of this team. Every team is physical. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Physicality. Throw that in there. Physicality. All right.
I got one.
Go ahead.
You're going on a date, right? Your dude's got socks on. We already established this. Would you rather go on a double date with Taylor and Kelsey or Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld?
Oh my God. That's not even a question. Of course, Taylor and Travis.
You're
I'm the
not
biggest
over that
Swiftie
yet?
over here.
No?
Love Taylor and Travis.
You know,
I don't know how fun Josh and Haley's date would be to crash.
Yeah, were you like? I think a lot of women were like, "Look at Brittany Mahomes, just gets to go hang out."
I was so jealous with Blake Lively too.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to be a part of the girl gang.
how do you get in that? By the way, we always say there's a girl gang in the NFL sports world. It's like you, MJ Acosta, Joy Taylor. We're like, they have like a little gang of like cool sports girls.
yeah, how do you get in the game?
Yeah, is there an initiation?
You know, you guys should come to some of our dinners. Absolutely.
Do we have to get a tattoo or
Just let
something?
us know when you want to come and come on by.
Wow.
We're very inclusive.
What an
Look at
invite.
that. Well, I'm in. Don't invite us more than once.
But by the way, I was talking to Rich too. This Travis Kelce Taylor thing is so big, right? So big that people forgot that OBJ and Kim Kardashian were a thing. Haven't even heard that mentioned since.
I know. You know what? It's funny that you bring that up. I was surprised about it too. One, I don't know if it's true.
Right,
But even
yeah.
if it's not, I'm surprised that it didn't get more like publicity or like nobody seemed to care. It was just kind of like a quick flash in the pan headline. But I just think it just goes to Taylor Swift's star power right now. I think that her Eras tour, they're estimating that it was the equivalent economical impact of 55 Super Bowls, which is just crazy. But I believe it. I was here at SoFi. Obviously, NFL Network is right across from SoFi Stadium. And so her concert trucks came in like 4 or 5 days before the concert even came. And I'm telling you, starting at 4 o'clock in the morning, there was a massive line of like tens of thousands of people just in line to get her merch. And it did not stop until like 3 or 4 days after the Eras tour ended. So it was just insane to see. We've had everybody come here. I think the second like most popular would be the K-pop band.
Yeah.
But they didn't even compare to what Taylor Swift's concert
Can I
brought.
tell you, I guarantee our Taylor here has a fantasy that Taylor Swift is watching the NFL Network to brush up on things. And she's like, oh my God, that Taylor looks
I want to
cool.
call her. Does she want to be my best friend?
I feel like
And
you're
I would
like,
just literally leave
guys-
the office immediately on point and say I'm never coming back and just run to go be a part of this girl gang because I'm the biggest Swiftie.
I could see that. I could
Nothing
see you
else.
guys being
Travis
besties.
is doing the Lord's work and he's going to give us a great album.
That is amazing. All right. Next one, being that you're into style and we're only seeing you with the all your NFL gear. Sweeter uniform. The Bengals all white, or I'm a fan of that Commanders black uniform with the numbers on the helmet that we saw the other day. What's the hottest uniform in the NFL right now?
Are we saying like their everyday uniform or like the
It could be every day.
ones that they do for Color Rush
as a
or
Niners
what?
fan, I love the Niners road whites with the shadow too. There's some good ones.
Yeah, there are some good ones. I like between those two, I would go with the Bengals all white just because it's not what you're expecting to see.
Yeah, but look, they're slick. But when I see those
And the helmet,
Black Commanders uniforms, I just think physicality. That's what, like, I mean, I see that. I see they're ready to play.
Like mute. The second I hear it, I'm like, really?
All right.
And you're going to hear it probably on Thursday Night Football like 10 times.
Oh, yeah. Awareness theory. Now we're going to notice how many times the word physicality is used. All right. This or that. Taylor Bisciotti. Worst haircut. Mark Davis or Jimmy Butler just recently with his
God,
emo
they're
look.
both so bad. Why do that to yourself? I don't know.
Which one are you
Do you
talking
really want
about?
to be added to that category?
Who do we want to add someone?
No, I'm saying those are both just atrocious. I don't know.
There's
and
a
like,
part
the
of me that
funny thing is that there's always that rumor that Mark Davis like has somebody fly in to do his haircuts and he's very particular about it. But I'm thinking it looks like he just took scissors himself and did that. So.
You ever see on Instagram or TikTok when a girl tries to give herself bangs and she does it wrong and like it goes up? Like Mark Davis, I feel like it must be like some power move. Like, I'm so freaking rich. I'm the shit. I'm the man. I'm going to have the goofiest haircut and people just accept it.
Yeah,
Has to
I
be.
mean, maybe.
Has to
I
be.
don't know. Or he just really likes it.
Could be. Now, Taylor, any other thoughts going into week 6 of the NFL? What's your favorite storyline besides Taylor and Travis Kelce? Is there a team that's disappointing, a team that's a good surprise? Like, what are you focusing on?
Let's see. Patriots are a big storyline, I think. I just don't know what is happening there. I think the Belichick had his worst loss at home, like in the Belichick era. last week.
Every time you
it'll be
say error,
interesting
you're
to see how
thinking
that
Taylor.
plays out, because if you remember what Kraft said at the owners' meetings, like he never really fully committed to Belichick staying. He said our priority this year is going to be that we just have to start winning, and that is the opposite of what we're seeing. I still think that Bill Belichick is going to be a great coach. He is a great coach. He's probably the best coach of all time, but I wonder if it's time for him to make a change and move on from the Patriots. Does he want to go coach somewhere else? I think that would be fascinating. I almost feel like, Brady ran his course like in New England. Maybe it's time for Bill Belichick to move on.
You know what? When you're talking about Bill Belichick, it got me thinking about what a big voice you have and presence you have on the NFL Network. A lot of these stars that you're talking about, they're watching. Taylor Swift is watching. Bill Belichick could be watching. Do you ever wonder, like, man, I'm talking about them, I hope I don't upset them. Have you ever heard from a player or a coach or somebody saying, hey, lay back a little bit with your opinions? You ever wonder about that stuff when you're talking about it?
No, because I think that they all realize that, they're probably not putting too much stock in it about what we have to say.
And you got a job to do.
On
yeah.
Their, what they've got going on in their lives, which is probably play calling, figuring out the next step, on to Cincinnati, as Bill Belichick would say.
Yeah.
And as for Taylor Swift, I would never say anything about Taylor. So she could never, could never feel that way.
Taylor, thank you for hanging with us, and we're gonna take you up on the cool sports girls dinner.
Well, don't overpromise. No, he's overpromising. We don't know what the initiation is or anything like that, so don't overpromise.
Okay.
Thank you.
I better see you guys there.
All right. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor. See you soon.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of
All
course.
right, cool. Well, there you go. Another overpromised in the books. I don't know what book, but in the books.
In the books.
And we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your NFL week. And again, always watch the video on the Fox Sports Radio YouTube page or wherever you get your pods. You can listen. We'll see you next time. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the overpromised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.